Welcome back. In this session, we're going to dive deep into the settings of Midjourney and understand how each one influences the image generation process. Let's start by looking at the settings. So first question is how we can access the settings in Midjourney. So to access the settings, let's jump into the Discord app and then type settings / and press enter. This will give us the option to specify our setting before generating the image. So guys, it is very important to understand all the nitty-gritty of these settings before working with Midjourney projects. So let's discuss about all these settings in details. As we have seen, when we go to Discord app and when we type in settings / the prompt will give us this screen where we can specify the setting as per project. So let's start with raw mode. First we have raw mode. Raw mode produces outputs with minimal processing and stylization, closely reflecting the original input. This setting can be used in scenario where you are conducting an experiment and you want to see the direct influence of your input prompts on the generated images without any additional stylization or processing. Next we have stylize low. This applies a low level of stylization, resulting in more realistic outputs closely aligned with the input. This setting will be used when you are working on a project where you need images that maintain a certain level of realism and fidelity to the input prompts, such as generating landscape illustrations for a travel brochure. Next settings we have stylize mid. This applies a medium level of stylization, balancing between realism and artistic interpretations. This setting will be used when you're creating artwork for a digital magazine cover and need images that strike a balance between realism and artistic interpretation to grab viewers' attention, without deviating too far from the original concepts. Next we have stylize high. This applies a high level of stylization, making the images more artistic and creatively interpreted. Stylize high setting you can use when you're designing graphics for a music album cover and want images that are highly stylized and visually impactful, allowing for creative freedom and expression. After that we have stylize very high. This applies a very high level of stylization, resulting in highly artistic and abstract outputs. Stylize very high Midjourney setting we will use when we are experimenting with abstract art and want to generate highly imaginative and surreal images that push the boundaries of conventional aesthetics. Next setting we have public mode. This setting enables other users to see your prompts and outputs, promoting transparency and community engagement. This setting will be very helpful when you're collaborating with a group of artists on a project and want to share your prompts and outputs with them to gather feedback, insights, and inspiration. Next we have remix mode settings. This setting allows for adjustments and modifications to existing generated images, enabling iterative improvements. Remix mode settings are very useful when you've generated an image but want to make minor tweaks or variations to explore different possibilities or refine specific details without starting from scratch. Next setting we have high variation mode. This setting generates images with significant variations from the prompt, providing diverse and distinct outputs. This setting will be very useful when we want to explore different visual styles for a branding project and want to quickly generate a wide range of diverse images to evaluate various options. Next we have low variation mode setting. This generates images with minimal variations, suitable for fine-tuning and refining specific details. Low variation mode setting can be used when we are creating a series of illustrations for a children's book and want the images to maintain consistency and coherence throughout the narrative. Next we have turbo mode setting. This setting increases the speed of image generation, delivering outputs more quickly. This setting can be used for productivity improvement. So what I mean that this setting is useful when you are working on a tight deadline for a project and need to generate multiple images quickly, even if it means sacrificing some level of detail or refinement. Next we have fast mode settings. This setting helps to prioritize faster processing times, ideal for rapid prototyping. Fast mode settings can be used when you're experimenting with different ideas and concepts, and you want to quickly generate images to explore various directions and possibilities without waiting for extended processing times. Next we have relax mode setting. This setting slows down the processing time, allowing for more detailed and refined outputs. This setting can be used when you're working on a personal project where quality and attention to detail are paramount, and you're willing to wait longer for the generation process to ensure the best possible results. At last, we have Reset Settings. With the help of this setting, we can revert all settings back to their default states, useful for starting fresh. This setting is very useful when you've experimented with custom settings and adjustments but want to return to the default configuration to start a new project with a clean slate or standard setup. So this is all about the Midjourney setting. So before closing this session, I would like to tell you that you should go with this session multiple times, as this is one of the core knowledge to work with Midjourney. In our next session, we will be learning another concept, that is Midjourney models. Combination of Midjourney settings and Midjourney models will help you to generate any kind of images based on your imagination with quality and perfection. So on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. If you are enjoying this course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will be publishing new courses on new trending skills every week that will help you to grow in your career.